Hi, this is Ilene Rein from Pounding Pavement 101. I am here today with one of my incredibly successful job seekers, Tonya Beck. Tonya, how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you, Ilene.
Wonderful. You have been working for a month now and you had incredible results in my program. So I'd like to ask you some questions about it and let's go back because you had lost your job back in July. So how was the job search for you up until we spoke in January?
So I didn't really start looking, and I took the year, the rest of the 2020, and I started in January. Initially, I talked to you thinking I just need help with my resume, and that was a huge help. And then I tried to do the job search on my own, and I really wasn't getting anywhere. Once I had this beautiful resume and a direction on what I should go after for opportunities, I wasn't getting any bites, I guess. I wasn't getting anybody that was actually responding to my applications other than a few that would say, whatever they say when they're not interested. that automated email response you get that that somebody probably didn't really look too closely. But so no, I wasn't getting anywhere. No interviews, no calls. So it was kind of lonely and tiring. It was
Yeah, because the resume is only one piece of job searching. Okay. And it's great if you have a resume, but it's got to be in the right place. You have to create the right visibility for yourself in order to get noticed. So you came back to me in March, and this was incredible results. I was so thrilled for you. You came back, and then we started with interview prep. So this way you were prepared when calls did come in. And then the job search strategies course, which really kind of created that visibility for you, showed you exactly where the recruiters are searching, where the jobs are. So this way it happened fast. And if I recall, it happened in 4 weeks.
Yes. So immediately I was getting responses by using your tactics and focusing a lot of my efforts in LinkedIn, because you also helped me with my LinkedIn profile, which I had not really updated with all the right information. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to put there. So I was using what I learned from you and your guidance. And so, yeah, I started getting immediately people that were interested that wanted to talk to me. I set up phone interviews, some in-person interviews. And even in the applying process, I would think of things that I had learned from you. So I would apply, even if it wasn't 100% match, if there was something that, like how I got this job, what I actually applied for, it said bilingual was one of the requirements. I'm not bilingual, but I matched everything else. I said, well, what the heck? I'll apply. Maybe bilingual is not a must. And it'd say, maybe. So that's how I ended up speaking to who is now my current employer.
And then we went through the job, not only the job searching process, but we continued and we met in order to adjust the sales for the strategies, but also right through salary negotiation and any questions that you had every step of the way. Was that helpful to you?
Yeah, you helped me figure out ways to share that information without being offensive or, kind of just to say it truthfully, but in a way that hopefully would get a more positive outcome.
Well, and just acting as a sounding board, because otherwise you're handling this all by yourself. Yes. And you didn't have a recruiter that you can work with. You were working directly with the company. So I'm glad I was able to be there to help with as a sounding board. And look, you did the work. You got this done, and you got it done in record time. Okay, in 4 weeks. Yeah. Let me ask you, what advice would you give to a job seeker now? Looking back now at your experience and the months that you're unemployed, and what would you tell them?
I would say definitely don't try to do it alone. The job market is so different than the last time I was job searching, which was more than 10 years ago. And that's how long I was at a company. It was very different. It didn't seem as challenging. So I would say that choosing to work with you as opposed to figuring things out on my own was a smart move. I would just tell somebody, don't think you know everything just because you've done it in the past. So yeah, so it's very different now. It's a very different time. Everything's so digital. It's not so much in person as it is. You got to get through the digital first before you can get that in person. So
wonderful. Thank you so much. Good luck on your continued success with your job. And I hope you do not need my services again, because I've taught you how to do this. So you have no problem doing it again if you needed to. So good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eileen.